FUNLAND amusement park.
Following a year marked by scandal.
Our innocence was such a gift. We traded it to feel uncharted.
The owners of FUNLAND denied any responsibility.
And these horrific
Our holy curse was set in place. We honor it without regard.
FUNLAnd will permanently close.
FUNLAND management not responding to our request for a statement about the murders.
The FUNLAND amusement park closed down about 18 years ago. Following a scandal, there was a young man named Derek Johnson who used to occupy and ran the log flume ride that was there. And it seemed that he was turned out to be not only a serial stalker, but a serial killer as well. As he operated this log flume, he was actually the person who was in charge of doing the pictures and getting people's information, sending those things out. And he would actually use that information to then track down some of his preferred targets. The company tried to spin it the best that they could, but ultimately, a year later, shuttered up. It was a huge scandal. The unpleasant history of FUNLAND and the company's frequent quotes attempting to deflect from the corporate owner's responsibility are easily found on the internet. Now, since those days have come, the place has fallen into disrepair and has been mostly forgotten. Now, you guys are considered. The camera pans. You guys are all in a large, like camping van. One of those sort of, not utility, but something that could fit.
Sprinter, like the really nice sprinter.
Yeah, but can fit like a group. Think of like church bus, but church van. You know what I'm talking about? That can fit the 6 of you. And you guys have met in Atlanta and are heading up I-75 up toward the Pigeon Forge area. It's about a 250-mile drive. Some of you have known each other for a while. Others you guys have recently met. So out of this whole thing, I'd probably say that Fred, your character, will probably be driving the car, I would assume.
Yeah.
Describe your character and what type of vehicle you're driving.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah. So Peter is like a kind of like a lanky guy, skinny strong. When he moved to Tennessee when he was like a young kid, he got along with a lot of like the outdoors oriented people that you find all over Tennessee, northern Georgia, and so kind of got into that adventurous outdoors lifestyle. And so he's got like stringy, like blonde hair. It's kind of like unkempt, wearing a blue sweater, like board shorts and some Converse. As you guys are like cruising down 75 in his somewhat like gym locker smelling van. It's big enough you can see like this like fold up bed in the back and like racking on the sides as you guys are like sitting on like bench seats where like he stows like ropes and climbing gear and other accoutrements for whatever adventure he's going on. But you can also see like a decently sized photography bag, kind of like fresh packed. It's ready to go, sitting in the back. As like I'm fiddling with like the radios, I'm like taking my eyes from the road to like, man, like I need to listen to something like a little bit better than this. That's Peter.
Okay. So the two of you are, I would assume, know each other from your semi-relatable backgrounds. Describe your character again. What brings you guys on this this adventure? Why don't you go ahead? Yeah, where would you sort of be sitting in this van? Would you be wanting to sit shotgun or sort of in the back, or sort of where he described it?
I'd be just sitting in the middle. My name is Reach. I'm a ski bum in the winter, a sailing instructor, and deckhand, etc. in the summer. Any gig that keeps me outside. Kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none. I'm living on my boat, which is docked, let's say, over in the intercoastal.
Okay. What brings you on this adventure?
Well, I'm just between gigs, and I heard that my buddies were gonna do this. Check out this spooky amusement park, and like I said, I don't like the regular jobs, so I was like, count me in. Sounds like something fun to do.
All right, awesome. What describe your character, Megan?
Okay. Have you seen the Wild Thornberries?
Yes.
Okay, so Eliza Thornberry grew up, and so she ended up being like a diver. She's a dive master.
Okay.
In Hawaii, but she has been all over, and that's how they are friends, because they met along the way.
Okay.
Or whatever. But she's also now kind of, and she can, well, I can't say she can still talk to animals, because then I'd be giving away her secret and they'd take it away. But she is also an environmental terrorist. So she's been doing like crimes, you know?
Okay.
She'll go a lot of the times into abandoned buildings that they were developing and stopped and like sabotage it.
Okay.
Or like as they're developing. So she's sabotaging things, and like she's just kind of like a little bit.
Yeah, and this might actually interest you because
right. So
it,
she
it,
got
it sat abandoned for so long. It sort of become a dangerous eyesore for the area. But the fact that it just may be something interesting for you to go check out.
Yeah, for sure. She likes the abandoned building thing because of that, and so now she saw it on Reddit.
Yeah, but yeah, stumbled across his subreddit. That's there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Danny, describe your character and how'd you get all wrapped up in this motley crew?
I am Sabrina, the teenage witch.
What?
And you know what? I was scrolling through those Reddits in some occult rabbit holes, and heard of some sightings of some very interesting things.
Yeah, the topic of that, this was the home base of this serial rapist and murderer, and maybe the energy that he brought there. There's also been rumors of other mysterious deaths that had occurred at the park over the years as well.
And you know, I'm a developing witch. I need to test my powers and go to unique places that have interesting things to learn and grow, because you never know until you face them.
There you go. All right.
And I'm an occultist.
Oh yeah. And another thing.
All right, you two, give us some background. What brings you on this adventure?
My character's Russell. So he is a professional blogger that like carries around a phone, but he's also a boxer.
Okay.
Like Jake Paul. You know Jake Paul?
From
from UFC and
okay.
boxing. So he's like a blogger that like went into boxing and stuff, and then like he just heard that like there was this crazy carnival and like there was a couple people going out there, and he like wanted to get some footage of it and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Apparently we're switching characters.
Yeah, this thing is
so I'll just be like Velma or something from like Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
His man was giving me Scooby-Doo vibes.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know, in my apartment and just scrolling
Scoops
through
and literally
the vlogs, basically.
Yeah.
co-writer of the blog.
Writing the creepypasta, right?
I do the video, and then she follows me around with the camera. While we get into like trouble and stuff.
And I also want you guys all to think about some deep, dark, regrettable thing that you each have done that sort of haunts you in your psyche, but you may not necessarily fully acknowledge it or even talk about it. But it just, that sort of character, that I want you to think about that character flaw specifically.
That we have a character, something that's like hidden.
Yeah, that you've been through something traumatic.
No, just saying.
And
you said it's done.
but saying like it doesn't be like traumatic can be expressed in so many different ways. But it could be, you know, say you know witness somebody that you love pass away, or at circumstances where you feel regrettable about something you could have done.
All right.
You know, it's basically something that you feel shame about. Think about. Yeah, you can write down wherever you want.
I gotta think about it for a while.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just let me know when you need it.
Okay.
I got it, man.
Okay. Text it to me.
Okay.
It could be something that has got you to where you are now in life. It could be something that you saw that you should have reported and that something happened to the person. You know, it could be a lot of different things. But you guys have now, it's taken about 3-ish hours. But you guys are now you guys have pulled off I-75, and you have guys gotten on this side road, the old highway of 441. And you start working your way down this. You can see the old farm buildings. You can sort of see why this place was starting to go downhill already before it initially got shut down because of this scandal. It's not a large park. It was no Six Flags, I know, but I did have a few roller coasters and a few other interesting rides. Now, but you guys are now pulling up, and all you guys see now is the remnants of a very faded and overgrown sign. There's no directive signage, but you can see there's like an old private road that's comes up from right from behind that sign that's there. And as you approach, you can see that the sign itself, though very dilapidated and faded, you can see it's this large clown head that Fred, you would recognize as being the iconic Mr. Fun.
It's like so creepy.
But you can see as you pull up there that there is, it looks like it's a rolled gate that is pulled all the way across. And as you guys are pulling up, the ride up has been just like the outside here. It's sort of been stormy. You guys have driven through most of the rain that threatened to sort of kill the fun adventure of your trip. But it is now just overcast with a slight drizzle and mist that's around here. And you can see, as you guys are pulling up to this gate. So go ahead and that's where we have the scene. Fred, you're driving.
Yeah.
You're there, and you can see that gate that pulls up. It's blocking your way currently.
Like slow down to a stop, sitting there idling. All right. Well, we could park the van here, and we can take it in on foot. Like this is like the entrance to the park, right?
Yeah, this is like I said. This is like the beginning. There's no parking yet. You're off the main road. You're off the side road.
Okay.
You can see it's now just from this dilapidated signage. It's now turning onto a private road, and it just has like a gate along the front that's closed right now. But someone may have to go over and take a look at the lock and change that's there. You can see that there are some chains wrapped around, but...
Well, alright, just put it into park. Give me a sec. If anybody wants to join me, it's kind of spooky out here. And I'll get out of the car and make my way over to the gate to check it out a little.
Yeah, I helped out.
Do I have cell service?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a luck roll. You guys are sort of in those little back mountains right now. 12. Yeah, you have signal. It's about 2 bars. It's not the greatest. You haven't seen along this. It seems that the deeper you guys are going into the mountains here, the more spottier the service is.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up my phone and like do a quick vlog and be like, "All right, everybody, we're out of the rain. This ride kind of sucked. It was long and like I didn't have very good service. So I'll get back to you guys." And I show them like a video of where we're headed.
Okay, yeah.
I'd be like, leave what you think in the comments, and then I just hit end.
Okay, perfect.
And then I upload. And you can decide if it uploads or whatever.
You have the 2 bars. It's beginning to start to make its upload there.
Nice.
Fred, your character, Peter and Eliza. You guys both go over, and the gate you see there, it is rusted. It hasn't been maintained. You see the road beyond, though it is paved. It's cracked, and they have bits of grass and other plants growing up in between the cracks of this long road. You guys both give me a spot hidden roll, please.
Sure. You know, it's a good thing I have the all-wheel drive package on my van.
Is he from Manitoba?
I'm failing at my Swedish accent.
It was a good Canadian. It was a good Canadian, like solid.
I love my Canadians. That's gonna be a regular success.
Okay, regular success.
Mine's a medium success. What's the when you get half?
Hard success. Okay, perfect.
Can we actually call it tall, grande, venti?
So you notice that the closer you guys look down this path, you can see as you look down, just with the overcast, misty sky, you can see that just in sort of the fog and mist that you can see down the road, and especially right in front of you, you see what looks like fresh tire tracks in the weeds and the muds and spots. You can see it sort of went to where tire tracks have sort of been crushed down. But the gate has been pulled back into the closed position, and you look there, and the chains that from afar looked like they were locked are just dummy wrapped. A few chains around.
So
looks like somebody's been here.
Yeah, they might still be here. Interesting. I'll start unwrapping the dummy chain. Gate, opening it up. I wonder if that means we're gonna have company. All right, no, that's fine.
Should we drive in?
I'll keep the lights on.
You look down the road, and you can see it's probably
get out fast if this guy's still out there.
You can see it's at least another half mile down this private road.
Well, I'm not running back to the van. We're driving.
Right.
Come on, gang.
Yeah, so you go to push open the gate. Sort of think of the gate like the rolling gate to the ware yard. Okay. But it's heavy. But with the both of you, you can see that no one has put grease inside the roller joints in a while. It doesn't move easily. But since you guys both are outside the vehicle, you sort of help push that gate aside. You can do it, guys. You can do it. As you lean out of the window and sort of shout at them.
It's weird. This moral support is making this so much easier.
But sort of you grunt, and it's all
like
the vlogger beeps the horn. He's like, "Beep, what's taking so long?"
So you finally you guys get back inside of the idling van. As you roll down, as you guys see to go down this long road, like I said.
No.
It's about,
Hey guys, we should leave the gate like we found it.
No. We're leaving that wide open. In fact, I'm going to take the chain. And be like, chains are expensive. I'm just going to throw that in the back of my van.
oh, you're gonna take the chain?
Fucking right I am.
That's chaotic neutral.
That's also like $20 at Scrapyard, so I know how to get gas money in Tennessee.
Okay, yeah. You're actually surprised that no one has taken it already.
It's not like we're expecting anyone to come in behind us.
But the surrounding area is, like I said, it's foggy, and the further you go down into the woods that's here, you can feel with your windows down, the temperature you can feel the temperature change a little bit, cooler back here, and that mist that was sort of just all over, like thin before, sort of thickens, and gets sort of deeper as you guys go further down this road towards the park that's there. You eventually guys pull up into the parking lot that's there, and as you guys pull up, you can see, it's overgrown, like I said. There are a few parked cars inside of the parking lot, right here, but it's mainly deserted. The ones that you do see, there's maybe a group of, you can see them now, maybe about 4 of them scattered, but relatively in the same area. But they look old, and they're at least 15, 20 years old. This is the style of the vehicle. But also, they can see they're very rusted. The paint is starting to peel back off of part of them.
It looked like they've been there for a while.
You can see that their tires are flattened, and they sort of sit on the ground. But you do see there's one sort of pulled up to the side. You see a light blue Kia Punto that sits there that looks like it hasn't been there too long. Looks drivable. You also can see a white Chevy truck that's in the back left corner that's there. But that's what you guys see right now. There are other parts of the parking lot you maybe could try to go. If you look over to the left, you can see, just in the very remnants of the fog, what looks like maybe the remnants of a security booth and a arm. Maybe it's some type of, admin parking or something like that, but it's sort of more tucked away off to the side. But this is the scenes that you guys see, and we still bring the camera on, looking through the windshield at you guys inside the car, where you guys and you're sitting there idling, looking and trying to decide where to go. Do you guys park in the open? Do you hide the car someplace? What are you thinking?
They used to work here or something.
Yeah, when I was like 19, I mean, it's been a while.
Why don't we turn around?
Yeah, you remember that there's that part where I mentioned over there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's... even though the road has, it looks like some fallen lampposts and broken bits, and it's completely overgrown, you do see that VIP parking lot where that's where the personnel did used to park over that way.
So lights off and just kind of like idle cruise over that way.
Okay. Yeah, you slowly cruise over, and you can hear the crunch of the broken glass, or some of the fallen light once it's there as it crunches over your tires, and the hum and bump if you go over some of the rocks of sort of this broken up asphalt. But yeah, you get to a part where you can see that, where the arm used to be, you can see now it's sort of just rusted on the ground. You can easily drive right past it. And you can see that there is a red sedan that's newer in make as well. Not newer in make, it's maybe as old as those other cars that you had seen out in the parking lot, the rusted ones. But this one's more in better shape. This one looks like it is running, even though old slightly dilapidated. But you see that this parking lot is severely overgrown. there could be places where you could, back your van in behind a bush if that's what you wanted and didn't care about potentially get scratched up, or you just park.
Oh, this is the adventure van. Yeah, it's totally getting backed up into some bushes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, all-wheel drive, baby. Besides, we have free chains now.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me as you back up and just you can see it's just bushes. Are you just gonna try to clear a spot and get out, or are you just saying fuck it and back and straight up into the bush?
Oh no, I'm gonna check the bush. Like I'm not popping my rear axle over a fucking fallen branch or tree or something, or a rock, like some crappy little limestone rock just waiting for me to drive over it.
Okay. Does anybody else get out of the car as he does this? Or you guys just all wait until you
I'll jump out with the camera.
Okay.
And start vlogging again.
Okay.
So when I jumped out, I had my headlamp on with the red light setting.
Okay.
What's behind you? I'll tell you to back up. If you.
Are you using full illumination as part of your vlogging gear?
No, it's just a little bit of light, little self-lit like this, not much.
Yeah, I got the headlamp, the little
it's
energizer.
maybe 2 o'clock, 12 to 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Oh, it's
afternoon. Yeah, it was daytime.
Yeah.
But it was raining. It was really overcast though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I jump out and I tell him you got room. You know what I'm saying? There's if there is. I mean.
You find a good spot that you can sort of back up into them. And,
yep.
So, Brina, you're looking from the back window, just ooh, as the bus sort of slides into the bushes and find your little spot where you can climb out to. Okay.
Watching. We're just watching. Absorbing.
So, as you can guys see there, the park is, at least from what you remember, is about 30 acres in size. And you can see now, before you, you can see the remnants of Mr. Fun's Big Twister, which is this lattice work of struts of this roller coaster that sort of wraps around the perimeter of the park. You can see things. Parts of an old Ferris wheel that looks like it has fallen over, sort of looking like a crashed spaceship out in part of the park. But you do know that there's a bunch of dilapidated rides and outbuildings and just basically a paradise. But of places to explore.
I start getting footage of this, and I'm pointing the things out. I'm like, which one do you think the murderer? Which parking spot do you think was his? Leave it in the comments. There's numbers on the parking spaces, and then I tell them if you guess, then you get a free T-shirt.
Yeah. Okay,
Maybe
so
we'll find out.
So you guys are all standing there in the parking lot. And you can see the big gate in front of you, and you can see the big smiling face of Mr. Fun, already laughing up above. But where it has said FUNLAND, in sort of the broken lighting that once lit it up, you can see the F has sort of fallen off and land shattered in the weeds below. So just the words UNLAND sort of just is what's displayed here. And you can see crashed below it as well is this large fiberglass clown head that's maybe 5-6 feet across. You definitely notice it, but the other too, by looking around, it's definitely what used to top this sign that now lies on the ground and cracked open. That's there.
So
and again, you see the gates that are there in front of you are closed, and they have these thick chains that are wrapped around them.
So I go back to my van, I grab my like photography bag, but I also reach into one of like my little side cubbies in the back of the van, pull out like one of my 30-meter ropes, like 8 mil or something.
Okay.
Mountain coil, just like throw that over, come back over, got the DSLR out, got my like medium length lens and everything, and start taking like artsy-fartsy shots of like UNLAND and trying to get like those really steep angles and screwing with my ISO and stuff.
Okay.
You guys let me know when you want to go into the park. I mean, start taking photos. This is very interesting, even just out here.
I'm just feeling things out.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling the space.
What is that?
Sensing.
So what does that look like for you and your character?
So.
She bring anything with her? Or?
Oh, so what is? So always a bag of kind of witchy occult supplies for a little bit of everything.
Got the smudge.
You gotta have a whole like,
Bag of holding.
Huh?
She's got her own magic.
But so in like feeling the space, it's really like I'm pulling my focus away from everybody else, and I'm really tuning into the other layers.
Go ahead and give me an occult roll.
Which one did I look at?
That's your D100. So you're gonna roll the tens place. Yeah, so both that white one and then the other one that looks like it.
This one?
Yeah, and the one.
This one?
Yep. The white one is gonna be your tens place.
Okay. So the intuition pulls you in different places. So 48 and 60.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely feel a deep pull to this place. There is definitely odd energy about this. You feel sorrow, but also the same thing as sorrow, but then also a relief of complete and total unburdenment.
Like freedom?
Yes, it's a combination of you feel like the most darkest energy, and at the same time, the release and freedom of that energy.
Chaos.
Yeah.
There you go. Did I feel anything in any particular direction? Because
Coming from the park.
Coming from the park, so just I know we had a few directions to go because I was feeling.
Yeah, the whole.
There's a general feel, and then there's an intuitive pull to
the gate.
Where to the gate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And what are you guys doing? You guys are there, standing around and
just stepping out, checking out the place. I've got my trusty Gerber multi-tool on my belt, which never leaves my side.
Okay.
And just kind of waiting to go with the flow.
Okay.
He's kind of more just along for the ride.
Okay.
So he's kind of like
just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about your character?
I get out and looking around and notice like all the plants growing on the buildings and stuff, and I'm like just like commenting to myself like how nature took back over, and I'm like, haha, got him. But then I also like see glitter and stuff. And I'm like, God damn it! So I'm like kind of just looking around and taking it in, but then like maybe looking towards the park, seeing if I see any like particular structures that might catch my eye.
Okay. Yeah. And you said you guys are doing the blogging.
I'm still walking around. Like I wanted to go over to that like the booth you were saying with the swing arm.
Okay,
and just go see if anything's in there, and like I'm like filming around, like looking, talking.
Yeah, it would be very interesting if you picked up any spirits on.
Am I live or?
Yeah, you're live.
Okay.
You got it going right now.
Yeah.
So as you're live filming, you go over and you can see that the booth door is closed, but with a gentle jiggle and a push, you're able to open the door that's there. And the first thing that hits you is the overwhelming smell of rat urine. And it is just
I'm like,
it looks like there was a hole in the ceiling, and it 15 years of just decay. What was a chair there, was slightly upholstered, has been sort of ripped and tucked open, and it's covered with this grayish, like, just mold that sort of sit in this spot that's here. But what I do need you to do, though, is give me a luck roll. As you sort of force that door open or looking there, the structure itself sort of sways a little bit with just the movement of
36.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So as you try to pull the door closed, the building itself, those years have been unkind to it. And actually, part of it, you feel it start to give a little bit, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna leave that there."
Pass.
Yeah, and take a step back. Ashley, what is your character doing?
Not going in that building right now.
Were you like with me? We're like, we do the thing.
No, I'm like
the
with you,
vlogging.
but I don't know about going in that building.
Would you be like? Are you like
I'm
his
like this, I'm
videographer?
like,
are you
gonna
his
go in there?
videographer or?
We're just together. We just like these two.
Oh.
Like, I'm like, are you gonna go in there in that rat poop? You gonna go in there?
Definitely not going in the rat poop. I'm gonna go get a mask.
Okay, yeah.
1,000 retweets, and she will
that
go
may
in
not
that
be
building.
too bad of an idea. Looking at this dilapidated state of this place and sort of the dust that came out when he quickly closed that door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're all standing there, and Stuart, right? Your character's name?
Peter.
Peter. Sorry, I don't know how I got Stuart from. Peter, you notice something like glint inside Mr. Fun's that broken head piece that's there. Something sort of just briefly sort of shined back from it, and you could have swore from a moment that you heard like a voice out of someone just like stifled saying something, like if someone hiding in there.
Raise my DSLR up and just like max zoom on it. Like, I don't know how far away from this head I am.
You're maybe about 20-30 feet.
Yeah, with maxed zoom in features, pumping my ISO up, do I see anything?
It's pretty misty, but you can see that there's something that's glinting inside there. It's maybe sort of rustling around. It looks like something in papers, maybe. You're not quite sure. You have to go and check it out.
All right, yeah, power down my DSLR and shuffle on over.
Okay, yeah.
What's new, man?
As you go over, the inside of this head is dark and damp. Oh, actually darker than you would have expected. Just from the mist outside and the light, it just sort of really chokes it out, just dissipating through. You can see on the inside of this fiberglass clown head, there's something like these weird, it's like held with this odd lattice work on the inside together, like fiberglass strings almost, that it's just odd to see the fiberglass. Surely that's it. The fiberglass is highly decayed from it. But as you do, and you sort of look up at this into the dark, you hear the voice of your friend calling out as he falls from the rope.
Well, that's fucked up.
Is it? I need you to give me a sanity roll.
Oh, cool.
Is it?
Pass.
Okay. Yeah, so it just unnerves you. You sort of shake it off as you just hear ah!
What?
Yeah, just coming out as you're like, what the fuck? And you look, it's unsettling, and you step back and you hear the crunch, and you can see that it's it's sort of like a binder clip of some flyers you can see that's there, and you pick it up, and they're all stuff about the murders that were here. Like, it looks like people were posting up like calling out the company, saying, what are you hiding? You knew, all this kind of stuff, accusing. It looks like someone had accumulated these stuff, and so it looks like it had maybe blown or just landed up inside this spot. But with that, you sort of step back and you just, what the hell?
Like, I'll hear him yell and stuff, and like move on over to where he's at for the action.
Yeah, you go over to him, and the camera pulls as you walk up, and he sort of is on his hands and knees kicking back from this thing. As you're like, what the fuck? As you sort of come over and you pick up, you sort of stand up and crawl over those flyers.
Okay, that was hey, on camera, cool. Hey, that's a fucked up head. Why don't you go check that out? That's
what? I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna get real close
up. Fucking creepy on the inside. Check that out.
Take a selfie with his head and stuff.
Okay, you go and you go with the backlight. You illuminate the thing, and it's dark in there. It's gross. You can see the fiberglass sort of growing with mold, but it's slightly illuminated. But you don't really see or hear anything that he described from it.
Oh, okay.
It looks weird. It's cool, but
do I see the the clippings, like the newspaper clippings, or
they're not hung up? It was like
a flyer.
Yeah, it was like some flyers that someone had bound together, and it had rolled in the wind and got caught up on this.
Oh, so I didn't see that.
He was there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
yeah, he sort of, as he was shooting back over him, you saw him sort of pick up from underneath and holding up this stuff as you looked at that.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, cool.
Let me see that. And I go over and I grab one and I'm showing everybody on the camera and check this out.
What's on it?
He was saying.
Yeah. So what he's seeing is the clipping. Actually, it was the specific one that he has is posted up. Is the trial newspaper clipping of this guy that basically he was sentenced to the max state insane asylum for the criminally insane in Tennessee, but that he had been convicted of 15 murders, mostly of teenage girls that he had tracked down.
Sure made me feel real great. And this is just tumbling around in there.
Yeah. But other with the flyers are things basically activists had come and probably had put up around the park. So this could have been, something that maybe a security guard had gone and ripped all down together and piled up, or who knows, but he just found this mass of them sort of all just jumbled up and together inside this head that's here.
Well, it'd be a lot more interesting to actually see what's inside of the park.
Yeah.
That's the next. Let's make our way over to the gate.
Yeah, you can see it there. It's the gates are right beneath that big UNLAND sign. But he said, like I said, it has those wraps of chain looped through them, but looks like they are unlocked.
Oh, look at that! More free chain for the scrapyard.
Quite the collection, Peter.
Gas isn't cheap nowadays. After
I feel
COVID,
like
everything's
it's going to
spiked.
come in handy before. My intuition is saying that's going to come in handy well before the gas station.
Okay.
Maybe.
So yeah, you can see that with the doors are open there, opening into the park. I guess you pull them back. Yeah, you can now see into the park more clearly. And it leads. You can see right from the very beginning. On the side here, as you're walking through the gates, those up and around are the parts, the remnants of that big coaster that's there. And you, as you go through, you start walking down. The main alleyway of this park. Sort of think like the dilapidated Main Street at Six Flags or at Disney World. These dilapidated and some of them collapsed buildings. But you can see through the mist. You can't really see more than 50 feet in front of you before it's obscured by fog. But as you walk down these slick cobblestone streets, you start to see the remnant of a ride that's there. You can see it now as you get closely. It says the Giddy Giggler, and it's sort of just a rotating, sort of like a teacup ride that's there, but now they're just sort of vague shapes in the mist, maybe 100 some odd feet off. But you guys are now sort of, like I said, standing in the gates, and you see that before you as the structure, these struts of the roller coaster are above you.
Anybody else kind of getting that like Silent Hill vibe? Anybody?
Yes.
Oh,
There's all this fog and these things.
Right.
Yeah, you look around there, you don't see any signs of electricity.
Things are about.
Do I recall like where that would be? Like where you go like throw switches to try to get power back on?
Well, it looks like there's the remnants of the main office building that are there. You can go look inside.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to wait, I mean, I can go and see if I can do that or whatever, or you can come along. That's cool.
Yeah.
We might as well all go.
Stick
Check it
together,
out, see what we
yeah.
see along the way.
Yeah. You don't have to walk very far. It's about halfway between you and the Giddy Giggler that's there. Just off to the side. But you can see, yeah, it's the wooden boards that are grown there now sort of have this mold, this mildew that sort of formed on them, and part of the railings are broken and slaying down. You go to jiggle the handle in the front door there, and you do find that it is locked. You could maybe try to find another way in, or try to force your way in if that's what you would like to try to do.
Look for another way in, I guess.
Sure. Go give me a spot hidden roll.
Sure. Spot hidden. Oh yeah.
Did we bring anything?
That's gonna be
What kind of stuff would you like to say?
Did I like bring any weapons or any like things?
No weapons.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay, that's gonna be an extreme success.
Extreme success, yeah.
Well, we always use those chains.
The door just opened.
Is a window that was there. You can see the other windows have been boarded up, but it looks like the small one, maybe you can fit through, maybe into a bathroom. What's your size?
My size is.
If you have 60 or less, let's say you'd be able to fit.
50.
50?
Yep.
Yeah. You find that it's slightly awkward. You may have to, if you're excited yourself, give me a climb roll to get up in there. But if you maybe had someone assist you to get up in, you could do that.
I'll help.
You'll help? Okay, yeah, sure.
Cool. Yeah, give me a boost.
Okay, so we'll cut away from that as you go over to
I'm like filming.
Yeah, what are the rest of you guys doing here? Are you guys looking around or exploring other stuff? You do see those other, like I said, you can see about 50 feet from you. There's parts where it looks like, old, maybe game booths that have collapsed or partially there. And you do see that ride that's maybe about 100 feet from you.
Well, being the sailor and knowing how you can get lost in the fog, I'm very concerned about. Let's kind of just stay together here.
Okay.
And you said we got 50-foot viz.
Yeah.
That's not a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah. I'm just still feeling around, always just watching and looking, but really just feeling.
Looking specifically where? So you have those.
I'm really tapping into the senses. It's
Okay.
more intuitive hits that.
There's something about. Yeah, there's something about the roller coaster itself that this lattice work that just feels odd to
Familiar
you.
odd?
No, it's just you get this odd, mysterious, unknown feelings from this and you go over and you touch part of the struts of the client of the.
I have empathic vision.
It feels. It's odd. It's where you expect like wood or
Would anybody like water?
wood or metal. It feels like plastic almost, or waxy feeling. It's just you sort of.
Would my knowledge of history of the place help me
How would I would say
Not yet.
yeah you know about the park is like being a music park as far as how it was this construction of the stuff it was really
I
good.
remember I've gone down occult rabbit holes with people talking about things within that park, so maybe that's its own area.
But what you do see is you can feel it's something odd as you sort of look up into the side of this roller coaster and the lattice work. It's very tight knit, like not just normal poles. It's almost like woven together, and you could swear you feel this. You have this overwhelming sense of these eyes that are just peering back at you from behind the lattice work.
I know what that feels like.
What do you do about that?
What am I gonna do about that? I feel like
Give me a sand roll as you look at the eyes.
we actually have lights. So I need these two. Right?
Yes.
Really? Is that wow? A 98.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh no, wait, 89 is the other one's but still.
Yeah. You lose 3 points of sanity as just the shock of it, this unexpected of like, what the fuck is that? You sort of stumble back and trip over and land on the ground, and you get the wind knocked out of you as you sort of look around to see if anyone sort of really noticed.
I would say that energy hit me, like probably a little bit of a psychic attack there.
Yeah, it's like a brick wall. Okay, and you as you're looking around at filming this, you can notice. Give me a luck roll.
And also, I was gonna not try to tell people to not freak them out until it was like necessary.
Yeah.
But now they maybe saw me, so.
Sorry, that was way over dramatic for what it was.
51.
What's your luck?
A pass.
Okay. Yeah. So you just managed to catch up on the side part of as you're whipping around filming. Her sort of like jumped back from staring at the side of the coaster, and she sort of like ha ha. She sort of just lands on her back. You sort of just notice that off the corner of your film.
What happened over here?
You just get that camera away from me right now.
Okay.
Just it's a little spooked. That's all. Just had a moment. Maybe tripped over a rock. I don't know.
So we'll now cut back to as you're like, I don't know. We'll cut.
Hold my shit together.
Yeah. We cut back to Peter getting lifted up into this window. And as you sort of come down through, give me a dex roll as you're coming head first, about like 5 or 6 feet off the ground.
Okay, that's a success.
Okay, yeah. So you sort of do that awkward handstand with one hand. It looks like on this. Yeah, it's
questionable.
It looks like someone, maybe a bum or something, has frequently use this dilapidated toilet that's here, as you dexterously manage to avoid slipping going headfirst into this filth. But yeah, it's just the smell is overwhelming inside this bathroom part here. And you're like, oh, what the f-? You get over and you get out of that bathroom part, and you get into the main office complex that's there. And yeah, you can see down the back wall, it looks like there's, you know where the utility room is that's there. You make your way down this hallway.
But before I get to that utility room,
yeah.
I'm gonna go to the door that was locked and unlock it.
Yeah, you go over and you can see that there are a few just deadbolts that's there, but very rusted and old, and you undo them and are able to pull the door aside and let them into this dilapidated building that's there.
Cool. Like, watch out, there's like bum shit around here. I mean, he gets into the toilet, but you never know. You never know. But yeah, I'll make it back to the utility room to see if I can't like get the spookiness even spookier.
Yeah, you can see that there's a large paneled box that's there, but it looks like it's just been destroyed and ripped apart. And by the look of the rust of stuff on it,
yeah, I was gonna say the copper is probably all missing.
You'd be probably pretty set that there's no power to this place that's running.
Huh. Well, I guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. And you can see that there's, next to that there's like a closed door that says, there's a staircase that says fire exit, and you would know that sort of went down to some access tunnels that used to be, that were operated for beginning from one side of the park to the other, and would make sense of why the head hub of it was like in the front of the park. On the outside here.
In like a tour guide kind of way, I will mention that to the group. Like there are access tunnels underneath the park. My accent is going to change about 18 more times throughout this one shot. But otherwise, maybe you guys want to check out like the rides and the attractions for what they are, even with all this heavy fog out.
Yeah.
Besides, there's somebody else
it's
here.
rolling. It's not like.
Oh, it's one of those fogs.
Yeah, well, it's like at times it separates and shifts, and you can see sort of further down. Yeah.
Is there something unusual about the fog? Is it very natural? Does it have a kind of spooky essence?
Give me an occult roll.
Spooky essence.
Spooky.
You never know how the physical is reflecting the.
Scary.
What better way to get people to not talk to you than spooky essence?
Yeah, hard success.
It seems. I mean, for being mist, it's. You could say it's abnormally dense, but this isn't. Yeah, it sort of spirals in different spots, but then again, this is fall in the mountains. The temperature is changing between day and night, or especially when it's humid out, when it's rain. Really great sort of these swirling patterns and sort of this odd weather. But yeah, you do just feel that this is overall unsettling feeling.
If we had to put it on a scale, would it be like CCR Run Through the Jungle, or like The Doors, People Are Strange levels of spooky?
So I would say that because my intuition can decipher when things they have their own energy to them. So I'll say that there's something not quite right with this fog. It's not natural. It's not something. So just be aware. Keep your eyes peeled for anything.
It's probably toxic fumes from this.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there's the abandoned asbestos plant on the other side. Of the park.
Yeah, the hog
too.
Yes. But yeah, as you guys just sort of are walked around, you can see part of the fog is sort of shifted and opened a little bit, and you can see clearer now the giddy giggler that's there in front of you. Again, it's sort of like one of those sort of teacup rides. But as you look, there's something that's not quite right with the cups. But
Camera out, power on. Be like, all right, let's go to the Giddy Giddler.
I don't think there's anything quite right in this whole
The giggly.
place. And that's why we're
I'm
here.
gonna hand her the blog. I'm gonna
Okay.
follow me, and I'm gonna go over there. Like, film me while I go over here.
okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go check out this giggler.
Candy photos.
As you take out your camera, the phone to do, Ashley, you notice that you film him as he starts to go over. That it's almost like as you peer into the camera, it's almost like you can see just for a minute, like a flicker, like the wiring. It's almost as if like the screen goes 3D almost, and there's like this intricate lattice work of like wires that sort of stretches out in the camera and then snaps sort of back together. It's like surely it's just a sort of a weird trick of the eye.
Like a 3D space.
Yeah, but it's just like, just weird. It's maybe just some weird effect with the lens and the fog, but it's definitely odd as you sort of film him going over there. As you guys approach, the closer you get, you can see that, well, the Giggly Giggler, all of the teacup, spinning teacups have the face of Mr. Fun on the front of it. But you can see it. Yeah, definitely. It looks like someone has taken something and gouged out all the eyes of the clown that's there. So it's just these
There's that chaos energy.
hollow holes sort of blankly staring back at you from this teacup.
Something
Right.
demented has been here.
It takes some not dope ass, but like appropriate photos. Like not too artsy, but like it's definitely going on.
Give me a arts and craft photography roll.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 30.
Okay, yeah, you get some cool shots out of it.
Yeah.
Describe the shot that you take.
So I do one of those like really awesome like semi-distance. Like I figure out how far I need to be for like the mist to not obscure completely my subject focus, but like have that nice foreground.
Get a little black and white.
No, screw that, man. Like, because the fog's gonna do it for you. The muted colors are gonna come through. So like, I switch over to one of those really high. It's been f-stop lenses, so I can get that super blurred out background and have the fog really intensify it. But like, the hollow eyes are like darkened. It's cool. Like I said, not too artsy fartsy, but like appropriate. Like college level photography.
Nice, yeah.
It's not winning like National Geographic stuff.
I kind of got that
spooky as fuck. Sorry.
No, I said, and Reach is kind of curious. The way I'm imagining it is like, I want to make sure there's nobody like in the cups, because I imagine that it's kind of like you could hide in there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of like wander around and like, okay, let's just.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. That's with the 100.
Yes.
$93.
93. Yeah, you sort of, that's going to be a fail. So, you are trying to take a look around and go from teacup to teacup, but you find yourself starting to get slightly disoriented in the fog. And where you saw the teacup sort of one in front of you, expected to go find the next one, there is none that's there, and you sort of take a step back around, and you just sort of you can see the shape in the fog now, the sort of outline of the Giddy Giggler. But now on the other side of you can sort of see you sort of started to stray away on accident, and you can see there's some other type of ride, maybe about 100 feet away from you. Yeah, you go over towards what you're trying to go around this stuff and get to the next pod thing that's there. But you sort of just in the fog, just sort of get disoriented. And as you look, you can see, you take a step back, you can see you're sort of head over towards, it almost looks, you're sort of like a carousel that's there. And you can see through the fog remnants of the horse heads and parts of the carousel lie sort of shattered on the floor and outstretched out in the fog. That's there. But after that you sort of stumble back. You sort of like your sense of not wanting to get lost makes you get back with your friends, and you don't end up checking out the rest of the pubs. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll.
A pass. 73 out of 95.
Okay, yeah. As you're sort of standing there looking around, you can see now the shifting fog, maybe about 20 feet, 25 feet away from you. Looks like there's the hut of a shooting gallery that used to be there. Okay. And you can see sort of strung up, hanging by strings, these... You could assume that there were some leftover prizes that were to be given out from this shooting gallery area that's there.
Okay. Fun. Am I with the group still?
Yeah, everyone's sort of there, just looking around. I mean,
all right, guys, where's the move? We could go play shooting gallery, win some prizes.
Or the price is
Get
like
in this.
all rotten.
I'm sure that's
yeah, do you want to go over and check them out? Yeah, so you go on over, and you can see, inside the shooting gallery part, that there are, the sheep, you probably tell at one time they were stuffed animals, but now they are just these gray, almost shapeless masses of moldy, overgrown things that are just hanging from the ceiling that's here.
This is outdoor. All outdoor.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are any of the rifles still there?
Give me a luck roll.
Nope. Two.
Yeah, you can see now it's buried under some stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, you can see that there's one of the pellet guns that's there, and you can pick it up, and it's sort of covered in slime and muck.
Doesn't work.
Maybe. I mean, you sort of latch it back. It's rusty. It may work if you had pellets for it, but not 100% sure.
Can I look around in my vicinity for some pellets if there is any?
Give me a extreme luck roll.
Come on.
If only
You
that
got
roll
two
came
again.
first.
Yeah, that was a 2.
We're watching them rummage around, and they're like,
25, which is it's 90 normally.
So half of 90 is 45.
Fifth is gonna be what?
Half. It would almost be a
It
quarter.
would have to be a 20
Almost.
to be a fifth of
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
So it's like a strong success. But...
Yeah. Not enough.
Okay.
You look around. The place is so dilapidated and broken
I
down.
just toss it.
It's
back
just
on the table.
okay. Yeah. You could use it for
Whacking things.
whacking things or a
He's like
cane
a
or-
boxer. He's like more of a man.
Yeah. Yeah, but you see that it's just highly just these molded parts that aren't there.
Anything in the gallery?
The gallery. That's what. That was the.
No, that was it though. I mean, just
Yes.
the
Yeah.
toys.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Most everything else looks like it's either been looted or already decomposed away.
Okay.
Because it's been like 19 years or so.
Yeah, that's some time.
Yeah. Ben? But yeah, now that you're standing at this spot, yeah, you can see that this dilapidated merry-go-round is over maybe about 50 feet from you. That's there.
Okay, so
and yeah, it's interesting. You can see through the mist. There's like parts of these sort of algae and overgrown horses and other animals, and part of it, without the power, it's probably not going to rotate. But other than that,
are they powered individually, or like can we see where they're powered from? Or do they come from the main power?
Yeah, there's like power poles and stuff lead from the rides and stuff. But yeah, but it's farther away. You guys would have to go over there and check it out.
Okay. I mean, I haven't.
Check it out.
Oh, okay.
You want
Okay.
to? I mean, we're here to go explore. Let's go explore.
Exactly.
Are the rides individually powered? Like, are there like switches, or is there like a teller booth or a ticket booth where each ride that we've seen yet, or no?
They did tell me.
Sorry, say that again.
Like ticket booths, like when you go up to the ride, like we went to the teacup ride. Was there like a thing where someone collects tickets there?
No, it's just like lines, like
It's just like
queues,
open
queues with and like little turnstiles. Yeah, so like coming into the park.
Well, I meant like for each ride also.
Right. The only turnstiles that you saw was like where you guys came through the after you guys left past the little offices in the main street part there. You guys went through those turnstiles and are now it's like open
It's
park.
like Disney.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And then the
there's
counter
no.
click 666 swing.
Sure.
Didn't quite pay attention. You could turn around and try to go back and look at them.
I ain't going anywhere by myself.
Okay. But yeah, so
Smart. I'm carrying lots of protections on me, so stay close.
so you guys sort of head all over to the merry-go-round, and you can see that this ride has mostly collapsed, and the remains of the wooden horses litter the ground, and part of where it's still standing up that's there. Yeah, and you go over and you can see, just like at the Giddy Giggler, all the eyes of the horses have been gouged out.
What's the occult significance of that?
Give me an occult roll.
Come on, occultist.
I know what's in there. I know it all has meaning. Okay, if I can see. Success.
You could probably you feel that it has to do something with perception, as if they don't want that. It's as if this area does not want to be perceived like
They want it to feel like a chaotic place, like not a safe place.
No, more of like
The horse's eyes were looking at them.
Yeah, or like just like not yeah, like they want to be. You sort of feel back to that feeling that you looked at when you were looking through the lattice work of the roller coaster into the darkness that was beyond.
There's something about that that doesn't want that. Doesn't like eyes. Doesn't want to be seen or.
Oliver?
There's somebody out there.
It's Fred.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he probably hit the big main breaker on the outside of the house.
Oh.
Oh wow, so it's just tripped.
So this could have
Maybe just tripped.
Could have been. When we looked the main breaker, when I went in there, everything was still on, but it was also pouring down rain outside.
Oh.
So
Wow.
yeah, now that it's, we'll ask him when he comes back, but
You would need a good luck roll to not get electrocuted.
yeah, I wasn't going out there barefoot, wet in the rain as it was streaming like that. Fuck that.
What do you mean?
He's the dog is into the story. So he's like worried about someone outside.
Yeah. Yeah, but you feel that someone has definitely done this. And you could probably, like I said, feel like it's because something has done this. Maybe you feel like because you didn't want to feel like they were being watched.
It's like a psychosis sorts.
Yeah. It's odd. But also as you guys look around, you can see that hanging from the metal poles that used to support the horses are mirrors of various sizes hang on strings and other ropes tied to these poles. Some of them are like full length body mirrors. Some of them are like little hand mirrors.
They're not something that would normally be on that ride.
Hell no.
Hell no, right?
That's
not a good sign.
You think this? Yeah, you think this, and as you're saying that, you look over. Yeah, you can actually see the rear view mirror of a car that's been tied up and is hanging.
Mirrors are portals for the spirit realm. So
Do you go over and check it out?
Just like
So guys, there's like this, growing up here in Tennessee, and coming in and out of Knoxville, like I've heard a few different strange tales over the years, campfire stories, camping trips and shit, right? Some might say this could be the Mothman. I would say this is the Meth Man. Okay, this is a little fucking weird. It's a little weird. It's like it's a little tryhard.
Yeah, and you go over to check out one of the mirrors, and
like everybody else, stay back and forget this.
you go over to one. It's like a full, almost like a mirror out of like a department store.
Yeah.
But as you look into it, you only see the gray mist reflecting back. You don't see your reflection.
How do I feel?
Well, as you stay there looking at it, it's almost, it's not, you get a feeling it's not a mirror. It's almost like you're looking through a window.
Oh,
almost.
I know what I'm looking at.
And you can see that there's, coming now through the mist, it started faint, but you can see now it started turning towards you. There's this gray, shapeless, humanoid-like figure that sort of now turns.
I start whispering some stuff.
It is it is sort of walking towards you in the mist through the part that's there. And in fact, it's walking quite quickly until it's right on the other side, and you can see its gray form, these hands, almost like they're just gray blobs, just fuzzy. It's almost as if it's trying to bang and break out, but there's no sound, there's no movement, as you sort of see this gray shapeless thing in this mirror.
Okay.
Do we see any of that?
Can I get
she has one in front of her. You guys are sort of just all looking around. You guys can go up and explore if you would like. But she said she was doing this insert incognito.
Well, can I call on everyone to we either need to get these mirrors down and flat on the ground or covered up with something to stop anything from coming through.
Okay. Yeah, so she says it. So she says it to you guys.
So
why? What's going on?
When she says that, I pull out a length of chain that
what
we
are
got
you
from the
talking
gate.
about?
Okay,
And we just break the shit out of these mirrors.
No, don't break. Don't break them. Haven't you ever, in Canada, Tennessee, did they never have the bad luck for a broken mirror? Well, he said he
That's like a very like
Even though-
15th century superstition.
Okay, well, as the resident occultist, I know y'all are here for your fun and enjoyment, so let me be the one to point out the things that maybe you don't know or see. This place has some other things going on in it, and when I looked into these mirrors, which first of all, who would do this, and how, and does this seem normal at all?
I didn't notice it.
You didn't even notice it? Here, in your natural intuition, do you get any good vibes from this at all? No.
It's a mirror mobile.
A mirror mobile. Okay. In the cold world, mirrors are portals, and you can, spirits can come through them.
I think
Or-
this would be a perfect
I'm
time.
gonna pick up a
that
rock.
as you say this, you can see
I'm gonna pick up
as
a
you
rock.
sort of step back, the mirror itself, you see that you sort of place back. It's sort of like
down.
Yeah, no, but as you go to place it back, it's sort of like as you sort of place it back, it
I did
itself.
not know I touched it. I would not have touched it.
Okay, you're just looking at it. Okay, so it's sitting there. As you see it pounding, you did touch it, but you step back and you're talking to them. You can see now that it has started to vibrate and is now starting to slip and slide down, like off one of the poles, and it hits the ground and breaks into all these shattering little bits that's there.
Okay. We need is there any, can we find any kind of, big blanket tarp or anything going on right now around us?
Give me a luck roll.
How are these things hung?
By string and ropes. They're hung, they're tied to these poles and part of the tarp of this collapsed semi-construct part that's there.
All individual pieces.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'm like, here, hold this, and I hand her the phone.
Yes, both of them together.
I was gonna pick up a rock off the ground and be like to my fans, be like, if I hit one on the first try, everybody's gotta hit subscribe and like. So I throw the rock at the straight into the thing of mirrors. Not any particular one, but
Okay, give me a throw roll.
1 in 5.
7 D.
Huh? Or 7, no, 7 for luck. You guys have to do a luck roll.
That was your 3d6. What?
No, I asked you a luck roll.
00.
You asked me to do a luck roll.
Yeah, so the luck roll, so your regular
hit.
luck points is 3d6
So 20 base.
times 5. That's what
It
you
is
started
20
with.
base. Nice. It was a 7.
6 times 5.
Yeah,
That's
so-
a hard.
Yeah,
That's a
oh,
hard
times
Yeah, that's
5?
pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's 35.
You broke a lot
Okay,
of mirrors.
yes, that's your start.
I might have hit more than one. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a natural
I was like-
7, which is a hard success.
Yeah, you go and you, as it goes through, you break. Roll a d4 for me.
Okay. Uno.
Yeah, as you throw, you just catch this one big, it looks like a funhouse curve one, and you catch it right in the middle, and it just shatters.
Nice.
Absolutely shatters.
Okay, well, I passed my luck.
Now you can't come in. How do you like me
I
now?
was trying to find a tarp to cover over all the broken things.
So you look over, and you can see there's a piece, looks like part of the tarp of the carousel, has from wings been ripped away, but it's maybe like a 10-foot square.
Okay. Can anyone help me pull this down? And,
Yeah, I walk over and I'm like, oh god.
Okay, let's cover.
I didn't know what she was
just
doing.
all of the-
I was just like, it was
Let's
just
cover
put
over
Yeah,
let's
this,
chill. We
these
came here to
shattered
smash
glass
stuff
pieces.
and have fun.
Is it all? Are the
Absolutely.
mirrors all? Are they farther than 10 feet apart, or do I need to try to pull them together?
Imagine like this room.
Yeah, but the broken ones.
It is just the one that you have is right in front of you. It looks like he broke one that's maybe 20 feet away, and sort of he chucked it. He maybe hit one that's at the door over there.
How
You
many
definitely
people
couldn't
are
wrap
watching?
both of them in one part.
Okay.
But how many
Well, we
people
can
are
make
watching?
Everybody.
No, on my channel.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Roll a D100 for me.
Rolling.
70.
70. Okay, so
One
you have about 7 people
Nice.
who are watching right now.
There you go.
So Sabrina,
Yes.
I'll ask you with this part.
Remember,
I get
like,
the
share.
whole spiritual level. What made you so freaked out about that particular mirror besides that it fell down? Because I can tell that it really bothered you.
So
It's like
there were things on the other side of it. That
Like,
was
what were you
not
talking about, things?
That was not a reflection. It was a gateway. As
Glad
you
I broke
say.
one.
Maybe one that I saw this. I don't want to disturb your mind too much by putting the potentials. I know, what are all y'all other concepts? I don't know if I would have a name for this particular creature because there's so many. There was a figure moving through the fog
It was
within.
trying to get out.
Yes, it was trying to get out,
Alright,
and
let's
it
cover
was
that.
hitting the barrier of it.
So yeah, I think this would be a great time that
We don't believe her.
yeah.
Can we like?
As you
Guys, what's the fucking point?
as she's describing this.
RP, you know.
Bye guys, good luck. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. I'll be good through this journey.
As she's describing this, you're like, what the fuck ever. You sort of glance back over, and you can see, the mirror that you broke. You can see there's maybe a piece of glass, sharp and jagged, maybe about this big. That's there. But it looks like smoke is almost like wisping out of it. Out of the mirror, at least where it broke at. You're like, what the fuck? And you walk over to check it out, and you get maybe from like where you are to where the dog toy is, and you can see that no, it's not smoke. It's starting almost look like fingers. But yeah, you can see now extending out of this glass is this arm, this humanoid arm of gray, shapeless, like molds almost. But you can see one, it sort of feels around, and then almost seemingly impossibly from the size, another arm appears. And it looks like as if someone's trying to pull themselves out of a manhole.
Are you screaming?
You can see something starts to
we're all.
try to
do we
come out
all
of
see
this.
it?
Do only
I
I
have an
see it or
idea.
everyone see it?
Well, you're over there going to look at it.
Yeah,
You guys are all talking.
You didn't want to go into
Wait,
Shrouded.
no.
I'm like-
Can I go pick up a piece of mirror and put it on top of it?
Same, but you're
No,
back
you don't want to
in.
touch the
Oh,
mirror.
I guess you don't want to touch the mirror. So
I mean, you could probably
Hang on.
touch
Have
the
it in
mirror.
its
I'm gonna ask. I'm like, hey, does anybody else see
Don't
this?
get cut and drop
Like,
your blood
I
on
was
your...
joking. Like, I wasn't taking it serious before, but like something weird's going on. Does anybody see this? And I asked.
Actually, give me a sanity roll.
Losing his shit right now.
Pass. 57.
Okay. You're not fully comprehending. It almost feels like it feels like a trick to your mind. Yeah, and that's where you're saying you're like, is anyone else seeing this?
I feel it.
Yeah, and as you look down, you can see now it's a head and part of a torso. This thing is like.
I'm gonna slip around like one of these carts, and I'm gonna
You
hide.
guys all, as he says this, you guys all look over. Yeah, and you guys can all see this happen. I need everyone else give me a sanity roll.
Peter, where's that chain right about now? I got some more. in
Where's
my
Peter?
pocket.
Peter
Where's
disappeared.
Peter?
Success.
Success?
No. They said
No?
sanity.
Yep.
Yes.
Success?
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Failure.
See, now he's losing his
No,
shit.
she did.
Oh,
I know. I was like,
See what your ignorance let her down. You survived.
Okay, you lose a point of sanity from seeing this happening. Anyone else fail?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. If you see this happening and you fail, you lose a point of sanity as this uncomprehendable of like, what the fuck? What is this? As this thing now starts to pull itself out, you can see now another leg is pulled, and it's now completely stepping out. This
You've seen it
maybe 5.5 to 6 foot
and I wanted to
gray
take off
shambling.
Can I pull something out of my bag
Sorry,
of magic?
what do you want to do?
Sorry, she was holding the camera, watching me.
Okay.
And then you failed the roll. So, did she see it through the camera? Did the people see it on the stream? Or
You know that moment in every horror movie when it's focused on the protagonist and he looks up at something off screen, and then the camera's like, "What?" and it turns and pans.
Yeah, you go.
Right.
You see this?
Oh, you. I was just saying, did you see in the camera what happened, or did you just look after the thing?
As this is happening, you're like, "What the fuck?" You look down, and the camera has done again this sort of weird glitching thing, almost like as if you're steering into the Matrix, and then it goes bloop
off.
Yep, and at least you lose signal.
Okay.
And it sort of goes staticky.
Okay.
So as that was going down though, and we all did our sanity rolls, I see this dude coming out, and I slip behind one of the cans. I'm hiding.
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
Cool, definitely. Here.
I'm like, what the hell? And then I'm looking around for a bludgeoning object.
Okay, yeah. There are definitely items around. You look and you can see that there's a piece of a broken pole that's there that you can grab, and I'd say you could use it for a 1d6 piece of damage.
Okay, yeah, I grab that. I'm like, well, I've whacked enough sharks on dives before.
You grab it. And you pick that up, and you can see now this thing now that's shambling. It's actually coming over to you, and it's actually going to reach out and try to grab for you. Would you like to try to make a fight back or a dodge roll?
I actually just want to jump back and try to get away from it at first.
Okay, so that's a dodge.
Yeah.
So you can beat your level of success.
Which is 40.
Okay, which is
no, I meant my dodge is 40.
Okay, so roll dodge to see if you succeed.
75.
Okay, so you fail. Okay, I got a 42, which is a success on the hit. And it is going to grab you. And as it grabs you, you feel it's this wet, soft, grasp, but no, it doesn't just grab you. You look down, and you can see its fingers are entering your skin, and it's like you're almost absorbing it. I need
somebody yet? Can I say somebody?
Let me say
I need you to give me a power roll, please.
Massive success. 4 times.
20 success.
Look at that.
What'd you get?
28 under 80.
Okay, yeah. You can feel these fingers coming into you, and in the realization of it, you sort of grab a hold of this thing and try to prevent it from pulling it. You can feel it's not going any deeper at the moment. Okay, what's everybody else doing?
I want to get in my bag and I want to pull out some, I don't know the best way to describe it, some Florida water, some vanishing. Some Florida water. Florida's water is actually an alcohol-based tincture of plants that are for blessing, clearing. It's energy clearing.
Not just hallucination.
For vanishing. It's for banishing things, like when you want to clear stuff out. So I just want to pull that. It's like if you're throwing holy water.
Yeah, I think it'll take your action.
No
to pull that out of your
cyanide
bag. But as you do, you look down now at the broken mirror that was there in front of you, and you can see now too.
No, I thought we covered that shit up. We pulled that tarp down, did we not?
I'm now telling you, from out from under the tarp, you can see there's this welling. It looks like something is coming up from under the tarp in front of you.
How does it do that?
It's as if it's coming out of the mirror and filling up under the tarp.
That's not how that works.
That's how it's working in this.
That's how it works in FUNLAND, baby.
So we get like the salt.
It's a hard success on that stealth.
Okay. Yeah. So, what is everybody else doing?
That's not my thing.
I'm holding this thing.
gearing
Hopefully
up to-
somebody
Yeah.
comes over.
Okay, so we're just gonna get
Oh, yeah,
in
you got
sort
the
of
pipe.
index order. Since we can sort of say this is sort of a combat scenario that's here. So if I can get,
What's your
sorry,
dex?
will you toss me one of the pens?
Yeah.
What's your
There's
dex?
two over there, right?
Dex. 80. What's your
Okay.
dex?
Huh? 70.
70, same as me.
Okay, 70. What else we got?
For dexterity?
Dex?
No, for Dex.
50.
50. Fred.
60.
80, Ashley.
Okay.
Velma.
All right. So technically,
But you're holding the camera, so it would take a whole action to set that down. Just keep
She's like
filming.
natural,
I'm like,
steady
keep filming.
cam.
This is
yeah,
great.
Ashley, it's your action. You can see these things like between you and Fred.
Yeah.
You know how about far away with Joey, like where Ollie is.
Yeah.
You know, and you're filming this.
Oh, no.
Russ.
He's the little monster.
Russ, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you have your pole, well, it's 80 is your deck, so what are you doing?
Holding the
I'm
camera.
still holding the camera, like I
Just
had to turn it
filming
back
your-
on. Yeah,
Okay.
because I had to turn it back on because it
Oh,
went off.
yeah, it went off.
Yeah.
So, is it still
I mean, I
off?
still have battery, right?
Yeah, it glitched, and like as it did that, the signal went.
Yeah, so they
Okay.
can't see what you're doing anymore.
But
So
you
might
are
as well-
still, you can still record though.
Okay, so I still have like audio.
Yeah, and video, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I like yell. I'm like, don't miss any of this.
Okay, 70. So that's is that whose dex is that? Hers. Yep.
Mine, but I'm like in the
Yeah.
middle of something. Yeah.
I'm gonna whack him.
Okay.
I'm gonna whack him.
Go ahead and give me
whack
a
it off of him.
yeah. Give me a fighting brawl roll.
So whack them off, okay?
Okay. Yeah, and I rolled. I didn't roll good either. I didn't do no good.
Okay, can I roll for damage? I passed.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that damage.
What's
1d6.
Oh. Which is
Bludgeoning.
3.
3. Yeah, you go and you just stab it in the shoulder as part of this, it just like sloughs off as this arm hits the ground and sort of just twitches on the ground that's there. As this black goo just almost like smoke. It looks like it comes out as goo, but then as it drips, it just like wisps away. Okay,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
70
sorry.
that's there. You are currently in melee with this thing. What do you want to do?
So she just knocked its arm off?
Yeah, one of it's on. Not the one that's grabbing you though.
Okay, so I'm like a boxer. I'm tough. I'm gonna keep punching at it. Bam, bam, bam.
Okay.
Try to knock it off. of me.
It's gonna contest. Okay, go ahead and give me your fighting brawl.
Near fail. I mean, near success.
Okay.
He
He had a hard success.
Okay.
So you struggle to try to get away.
Yeah.
But the hand just grabs you tighter, and well, initially you can feel it trying to push deeper into your skin again. I need you to give me another power roll.
Okay. Uh-oh. 98.
Ooh, okay. So with this, to the rest of you all, it looks great. All of a sudden, this thing just disappears, and it looks like it. But with you, as you're there filming it, though, you can see this what looked like just disappeared. This thing almost encroaches like smoke and swirls up and over Russ.
Yep.
And you watch it just all sink into his body. I need you to give me a sanity roll, please.
Which one?
I need him to give me a sanity roll.
Everybody sees it. We all watched this.
It just disappeared, but she saw it through like the video recording.
Oh.
I'm trying to not watch all the things.
Got
that
it,
I
like,
do.
where's Crystal's over there?
Success.
Success.
38.
Okay, so you just lose 1 sanity.
Okay.
But as it does, you just get this just overwhelming sense of just shame, and almost this flash of as you look at yourself in this mirror, at these other mirrors that's there. Just for a moment, the shadow of the mist, it just doesn't look right. Almost like as if you were someone else just for a moment.
In these mirrors?
In this mirror. Yeah, but it comes back to you, but you just feel this, also this overwhelming sense of just like guilt come over you. It's just an odd, strange feeling. But you guys watch as this smoke thing just...
Can I, like, act on that? Is there anything I can do? Like, do I know, like, what exactly I'm feeling? Or, like, is it just...
You
vague?
do not know what you're feeling.
Okay, it's just vague and stuff? Or...
Yeah, you feel horrible memories that aren't your own.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
The burden of energetic transference.
But as this happens, you also look down and you can see the sheet below you, next to you, has now grown to this mound. As you can see, something else is starting to stand up from under the sheet. It is... Who rolled a 60?
Me?
Okay, it is now your turn. If I'm in the shadows.
Yeah, so as I'm watching this go down, and I see this form starting to stand up, I'm going to take my rope.
Okay.
I guess it's going to be an action to uncoil it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I'm going to spend my action to uncoil it. Plan overall, bowline, and feed it through itself, and that dude under the tarp is going to get a rope around its neck.
Okay. 55 is the creature's turn. You're going to watch as it now pulls off this tarp and steps up from beneath of it, and it's this shorter, stout, still humanoid, but very blurry, almost like covered in moss mold, that's going to be coming right over towards you. He's going to come over to you.
I got my water on.
And it's going to reach out at you. Are you going to fight back, or are you going to try to dodge the attack?
No, I ate more.
Well, this is his turn, so it's going for me.
Yeah.
This one?
How would I be fighting back? Like physically, like?
Yeah, you have to like physically hit it.
With like a strength, would it be like strength versus dexterity?
It would be it'd be my fighting brawl versus your fighting brawl. Otherwise, it's going to be my fighting brawl versus your dodge.
I mean, I always try to dodge.
Okay. So I'm going to have to beat your level of success to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you had one.
Oh, 12. I was like.
Then I failed. So as it goes to swipe out at you, you nimbly dodge back as it just barely avoid. You barely avoid getting swiped by this moldering creature. 50.
That's me.
Your turn.
Now it's my turn to go. So I want to throw my Florida water on it, or my holy water, whatever kind of water I want to use on it, to see if that dissuades it or...
Okay, give me a power roll. Okay.
Powers of 70.
As you go to throw, that you dispense all this liquid on him.
No.
As you do your shakes of your bile on it, it seemingly doesn't have any effect. Is there anything else you want to do? You try to move, or you want to stay right there within this vicinity?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move away to try another thing, or even regroup with the others.
Okay, so as you try to move away, it's going to swipe out at you. I need you to give me a, I need you to give me a dodge roll, please.
Fail.
I also failed. What is your fight brawl score?
No, but the damage?
No, just what's your fight brawl number?
I don't know if I put one there.
Did you put anything under fight brawl?
No, or just 25.
20? Okay, it has a higher base, so it's going to connect. So as it goes, it's going to grab onto you, and you, just like you saw it with him, you feel it digging its fingers into your flesh as you feel it start to absorb into you. I need you to give me a power roll.
I'll roll better than the first one. Oh, 1.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't even start to penetrate you. Your force of its will, you can feel it like in what is it, Temple of Doom. He's like, Kalima, Kalima, and goes to rip the guy's heart out. You are somehow.
Kalima, do you know Kalima?
No.
Kalima is she's like a fierce Hindu goddess of like destruction.
Okay, yeah, that's
Stop,
goddess.
yeah, that's what I guess what that guy was calling out for. He ripped out this guy's heart.
So like rip the heart, beheads the men, etc.
Yeah.
Kalima.
Kalima. Yeah, but as you feel this,
right
you're actively resisting some type of mental willpower as it's trying to enter your body, but you are somehow resisting it right now. Okay, top of the round, 80. You have a camera there. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I'm like thinking, am I gonna have to like, is it an action like to put down the camera?
You can. I mean, or you can use it as a bludgeoning weapon. Or I mean, what do you want? Describe what you want. I mean, what do you want to do? I imagine this tripod and a camera on it, and you're just like, go!
Back in college, you took kickboxing classes.
We don't have any weapons.
No, but there are. You look around. There are broken bits of mirror on the ground. There's
She's
bits
looking
of,
at me like.
there's bits. There's
Can
bits.
I like take off my sock and go get the mirror without really touching it?
I think it would be an action to take off your shoe and then your sock. But you can grab a piece of wood that's on the ground to be like a 1d4 club. I could say there's maybe some bits of
okay, I'll just go pick up a board with some
board if there's
something. If there's a board around, is there boards around?
Give me a luck roll to see what condition it is that you can find it.
Like a board.
At least one that's handy in your immediate vicinity.
Bad.
Okay, yeah, you look around and everything you can find is maybe only like a handhold dagger piece of wood. You can pick up something that I did give you a D4 of, like a knife, like stab at something with it.
It's just broken wood, a stake.
Okay, so I got like a shank, basically.
Yeah, like a wooden.
Only you were fighting vampires.
Yeah, like a wooden shank.
Yeah, but you pen down and pick this up. As you do, you hear this voice. It's like, Baz! This woman's voice. Baz, where are you? Baz, I'm scared. I can't see you. Where are you, Baz? And you all look around, and you can see that this voice his lips are moving, and it's almost this voice is coming out of him. As you scramble up this thing, you can see this woman's crying, Baz, please help me. Where are you, Baz?
Out of me.
Out of you, yeah.
Can we all see it?
Oh yeah.
We're like, oh well. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So is he getting possessed right now?
He is
Yeah,
possessed.
he's possessed.
70,
You
your
can tell.
pops, as you can see this, as you look over and see he sort of turned to you as if he's like talking to you, but this woman's voice saying, "Please help me, Bez! Bez, where are you? I
What's
can't
the
see it!"
monster doing? The
Uh,
other one?
the other monster is physically holding her maybe about 20 feet away from you, and it's actively trying to enter her body.
Can
Yeah,
I
penetrate.
go over and hit it on the arm?
Okay, yeah, it's gonna try to
That
fight
it's
back.
holding her?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks, sister.
That's a
Because you are specifically targeting a body part, you need to give me a penalty die.
That's a called shot.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
So the roll your tens place again and take the
The worst roll.
yeah.
Oh, you take the worst one?
Yeah.
Oh, well then it's a fail.
Okay.
The first one was bad.
Yeah, it was a 91.
Oh, okay, it's gonna try to fight back, but it also fails.
Yeah,
So
stay on me.
you just swipe and miss, and it can't lunge at you because it's currently holding her, and it sort of just like reaches out towards to try to grab the weapon that you swung at it, but it misses as well. Okay.
You get a reaction because he used an action while in her space.
Not a
Okay.
miss.
Okay.
Because everybody has an ability to fight back or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In D&D, like sometimes, like if you're sharing the space and they take an action, sometimes you get a counter.
Yeah, it's not
Or if-
not defender, or what is it, champion?
Or if they cross your square, then
Yeah.
you can get one.
Okay. Your turn. So you're there. You hear this woman's voice
Coming out of me.
Well, initially you look around. And you're like, the fuck? Where's that coming from? And you hear it again. You can't really quite seem to initially see where that voice is coming from. And yeah, and about 20 feet away from you, this thing is struggling with her.
I yell, "Did you hear that?" Like to her because she's like right in front of me. Are you filming me?
Yeah, I'm still
You're
filming.
still filming, right?
But like, I think I
Priorities.
pick up something. So I don't.
Picture didn't happen.
I don't really have much to say or at all, really. I'm just standing there like dumbfounded of what's actually happening.
Yeah, if you say that again, the voice cries out, "Basil, please! I'm scared. It's so dark. Please, I'm sorry. Please let me out. Please, I'm sorry. Don't do it again. I won't do it again. Please, Basil."
Do I recall who that is?
The name does not sound familiar to
Okay.
you. Okay. 60.
That would be me. A thought like occurs to me as I've been uncoiling my rope to still carry out a plan. I think to all of like the broken or gouged out eyes all around the park that we've seen so far, and so I shout out, "Don't look at them, or close your eyes or something." All the eyes in the park have been gouged out, and like as I'm doing that, I'm tying a bowline in the end of this to like do my thing. That's my second action, I guess.
No, I'd say you got it out and were able to
Get a bowline.
Yeah.
So like I feed it out so that I have it a slip knot essentially.
Okay.
So my plan is to try to like lasso the thing that's
Are you gonna try to throw it or physically place it around it?
physically placed.
Okay, give me a fighting brawl roll.
Oh, this could be dead.
And this is gonna be like a grapple.
I believe in you.
So because it's now outnumbered, go ahead and do that with a what's it called? A bonus.
Gotcha. Can I
Yelling or like speaking is like a free action.
I'm going to, just for the sake of it, I'm going to burn 2 luck points to make this a hard success.
Okay, yeah. You throw it over and pull it tight, and it's just sort of soft as you sort of get it wrapped around on the elbows that's there. But you can see it's almost like just the fingertips are physically locked with like her body, as almost like it's like super glued on her flesh.
So yeah, so like I'm wrapping my arm and then with a good amount of space between me and
So
it.
I'd say to now pull it away.
Yeah.
It's gonna be severed. So you got it on.
Yep.
Okay. Its turn with a 55.
Oh, I will say after I did that, eyes shut.
Okay. It is going to
Crazy
make a fight brawl against you. Give me a dodge roll.
No bueno.
I rolled a 2. So, it is now going to, at the lasso, it sort of let go of you, and it's somehow grab like part of your leg now as you're trying to squirm away, and you can feel it in that hand really plunge deep into your thigh. I need you to give me a power roll.
I'm about to.
I rolled a 17.
Wow, just shitty game for us.
Okay,
So,
and with that, you watch as this smoke wraps around your leg and just dissipates inside of your body. I need you to roll a d4 for me, please.
1.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
I'm dead. The end.
Yeah, never good.
Huh?
Ooh, okay. There you go, though.
You gain a phobia of being looked at.
That's a fun one.
Like being, you feel like when people maintain, like a fear of eye contact.
Yeah.
So when people feel like they look at you, you feel like they're
Looking into my soul.
yeah, but like specifically critiquing you on your deepest, darkest aspects.
Good old fashioned social.
Oh, I know what that's like all the time. I experience that.
Asperger's.
Actually, I probably do that to people.
Lack of eye contact.
Yeah.
Off the side of the eyes, and it's like Asperger's.
Okay, and with that, you guys are out of combat, but you can see every once in a while you can hear this voice of Basil, please, where am I? Where am I? I'm so scared.
I'm gonna close my mouth and like stop that voice from coming out.
It's like muffled behind your hands, and you can as you do this, you can now realize it's coming out of your mouth. Because you can feel your lips moving against the back of your hand. You feel the hot breath. And you get this vision of this man, this silhouette of this man just throwing you in this closet and locking the door shut. And you just like, and like, almost like this Vietnam flashback and this choking, like you can't breathe, and it comes back, and you're looking. It's like no, that choking is your hands around your mouth, and you pull the hands down.
Whose turn is it?
You guys are out of combat, so now it's free action.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna try and do something. I was hoping for my turn before I got fucked.
So
your eyes closed, holding on a lasso.
That's now like loose. Like the second it loosened, I'm like,
take a peek.
Yeah, and then I look around and I'm like,
it
worked.
I'm just standing there in awe because I can't even control my own monologue and I don't really say a whole lot in this case. You're still there with the camera and stuff?
Yeah, but I have like a dagger in my hand.
Oh, like a piece of wood.
Because you've been filming a lot, go give me a luck roll to see what the battery percentage of that battery of your phone is.
Coil up the rope. But the loose coil now I want to be able to like get to it and stuff. This is weirdly useful to me. I don't know. I like it. It's just like a little bit. Just the adventurer's coil.
74.
Nothing. Just want to know. 70.
Okay, out of what?
Of what?
Your luck roll.
Oh, my luck's 75.
90.
Yeah.
Or 80. So we both pass even.
Okay, yeah, so you can see that the battery life is now down to 25%.
Okay.
But you still have some juice left.
Okay,
But
so
now that it's sort of getting, it's now maybe 3 or 4 in the afternoon. You guys have been poking around for a little bit as this is happening. And it, with the mist, and the sun's not going down, but it's just slightly, it's overcast and dark, especially in the midst of this.
This happened in the daytime.
Yeah.
So,
This
like,
happened.
do you guys want me to drive you back into town to like take you to like a church or something for an exorcism, or?
What, I might chop suey like it is?
If you're feeling confident in your exercising abilities.
I mean, that's
I told you this
that's
voice was
kind
going
of
to go
what I
a
was
whole
gonna
bunch of different
do.
places.
I wanted to do was like see if I could tap into that consciousness within myself. Because until I'm clear, I don't know if I can clear anybody else. So I don't know.
I need you to give me a sanity roll, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. I knew you were gonna land on me. Sanity. 63. Yes, pass.
Okay. Yes, you only you only lose 1 sanity point as you get a rush of someone else's worst memories fill your head. It's specifically you get this shame of that this person had put on some horrible deceit and betrayed somebody and profited from it.
Is this like related to what the energy that's inside of me?
Yeah, this is what you're getting from.
Yeah. Can I talk to it? Like there's a separate consciousness inside of me?
Right now, you're only feeling feelings and memories, but you could try to turn inside yourself and try to communicate with them. I would say you'd have to give me a power roll of an extreme, let's say, this is a,
It's a tough endeavor. Something
The
not
only-
a lot of people have ever done.
We're not magical, right?
no one is here.
Oh, okay.
Well, as
We're
far
all magical.
well as far as Cthulhu
You don't have magic, man.
mythos magic goes. Yeah.
Are we aware in this world if there is real magic or not?
No, this is this world. This
Okay,
is
so there's none. Okay.
Yeah.
That we know of.
this is
that
mock,
we have,
mock,
yeah.
We all think of
Okay.
the movie Prestige and
But there
those
could
two
be.
famous
it's just-
magicians.
Yeah, you guys are just all just sort of fucked by what you guys just.
Yeah, so this is our first occurrence of magical stuff happening in person.
Correct.
Your first occurrence.
Okay. So, yeah, the
You
blogger.
don't know her backstory.
Right. Well, the blogger, I mean, like, it's his first occurrence of, like, something supernatural.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So you were saying you take them somewhere?
It's
or-
an offer if you guys want to go back into town. Like, we can try to find. I mean, I don't know. That was weird. But they definitely ghosted up into yourselves. So
I'm still feeling really weird.
Baz, please.
see that's
Someone who's there. I can hear you. I can't see.
We don't know what we're moving ourselves from it.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to talk to him when he's doing the weird spirit thing and see if it's not just a recording.
Who's in there? Anybody home?
My name's Liz.
Ooh, okay, that's weird.
Liz?
Whoa.
What?
I'm-
Do you know where you are?
I don't know. It's dark. Where's Baz?
We'll help you find him. What's the last thing you remember?
I don't know. I'm so scared. It's dark in here. Please help me. Where are
there light anywhere?
No! It's...
If you close your eyes and just walk, where will you go?
There's nothing.
Just try. Just try and close your eyes and walk.
As you see this happen, give me a power roll.
$42, the secret of the universe.
Okay, what is that for you?
Almost half, so it's 80 versus 42. So
Okay, I did get a hard success.
Okay.
You can burn luck, right? If he
I
meets,
could.
He could burn luck, yeah.
If he meets your success, does that work in his favor?
It depends if it goes to the person with the highest power roll.
I'll burn 2 luck for a hard success. 40.
Okay. What's your power roll?
80.
80. Okay, you have higher power than it. So
I'm down 2 luck now, so I'm 78.
yeah. But yeah, you feel you resist the temptation of trying to walk forward, and you feel this resistance inside of you trying to almost. You get this feeling of like you're this marionette, and you're feeling you're being controlled by something else.
You're not even your character.
Or we could maybe explore the park a little bit more. Maybe we can get some clues as to what's actually happening here.
Is this gonna say something? I'm like, Liz, are you still in there?
Who are you?
My name is Eliza. I'm really good at talking to animals, so maybe, are you an animal?
I'm a person.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean? What's going on? Where am I?
Hey Liz, question.
These people might be trapped.
Who's? I know it's gone full Canadian at this point.
That's awesome.
Liz, who is Baz?
My husband.
What year is it?
2022.
Oh. That's
Did
interesting.
you go to Funland's amusement park at all?
I came with my husband, but we were exploring. Where is he? What happened to me? Where am I? What are you doing to me, please?
Did you guys drive here or not? What was that? A blue back in the parking lot? The one that was like, yeah, the one in the
she
where
just
we
get
parked.
Oh yeah.
And then there was
I
a
can't
white
really
truck.
intellectualize what I'm trying to say because she's talking
Yeah.
through my voice, but I while she stops, I try to ask if she just got here or like when did she come? Because this place hasn't opened in
That's a good idea.
20 years.
She said she went exploring with her husband.
Oh, they just got here
Yeah.
exploring. Okay.
Not this morning, but like the
recently.
car hasn't been here for that long. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hey, Liz, do you know what like the last amusement thing you guys went to? Like
Where's Basil? Where's Baz?
We'll help you find him. What's he look like?
He's probably inside of me.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point. You know, look at Sabrina. Hey,
You got anything to say over there?
hey, are you Baz?
Can you
You look at as you're there. You all of a sudden get the overall paranoid. Everyone's looking at you. You feel the eyes peering in you. You almost.
eyes.
It reminds you of the eyes peering back at you behind the latticework.
Just stop it, everybody! Just stop looking at me, please.
Okay, that's cool.
Stop.
That's cool. I'm looking elsewhere.
Yeah, we all look away.
As you guys look around, you can see in the fog a little bit as the fog sort of shapes and moves. You can see what looks like to the right. There's in front of you a few different water features that are there. Sort of in the shapes, it looks like parts where like RV cars used to be, like boats used to be shipped at, and off to the side you can see maybe far in the distance. Yeah, you can still see parts of this just the remnants of this coaster in the fog.
Don't go to the coaster, guys. Don't go to it.
But you can see like maybe to the right, it looks like just the gray outlined shape of one of those the swing chair swings.
Yeah.
The with the chains and stuff. That's over there.
Rides.
They had that at Kennywood up in PA. Super fun.
Do I have any memory or vision of the place that the girl was taken that is in my head right now?
Can you tune?
It's dark. It's the only vision you have is like that
Like the door
closet.
closed.
Yeah, that you got the chokey sort of thing.
Okay, and then did she say that?
Did she tell us? No, she didn't tell us.
No, I
she
think it was
saw
like a vision or something.
Oh, it's my vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please tell
So
us.
I'll explain that I had a vision of this person who's talking through me, which is weird, but that she was thrown into some like room, or it's dark, like behind a door. I don't know exactly where, but like that's what I seen in my own head.
That brings back the whole, we could probably keep exploring. I mean,
Yeah, don't they have like something in here that would help us
I
somewhere in
maybe
this
would
park?
know that.
I would be very mindful about your next movement forward because of what we just walked into, and but not that we shouldn't
There's
also
actual
explore,
undead, yeah.
but
There's some
we
longer
need to.
shit.
You can always try to head out of the park.
I'm afraid if we leave the park, we leave with all the baggage we just took on as well. And
Well-
potentially that could not be good. We don't know how that will affect us, if it'll lead to us breaking down and losing our minds over time. Definitely we have to do something.
I turn to you as a blogger, and I ask,
you know,
like,
just another day in paradise.
don't you ever promote like what is it, the mental health, like, you know, you can call in at any time in like it's therapy and stuff, like
Me?
Well, I'm not saying you personally, but I'm saying like as a sponsorship or whatever. Like there's options. You can learn to live with having like an extra passenger inside you.
Yeah, look
Can
at
we,
Dexter.
can we ask
Your dark passenger.
Let's ask Liz.
Please take me to Basil.
Liz.
Please.
Liz, what?
Or we could
Where
find
was the last? Tell us about your exploration. How, step by step, where you went from your car into the building or into the grounds. You need to answer this. If you want to find him, you need to answer us.
I don't know. I
Think.
Give me a persuade roll.
You can tell. You just tell us. Sometimes we don't really get it.
42 again. Doesn't fail.
Okay.
42 is a fail on persuade.
Her base is 20.
Oh.
10 actually.
10. So you can see she's not seems too paranoid, too caught up in the overwhelm, and she seems extremely frightened. Taken aback from this, of who you are, where they are. This is a very overwhelming experience, probably not only for you, but for whether this Liz is inside of you.
Personally, I don't have a whole lot of moves here because she, like, if you all want to talk to this person, I have to stand here in front of you, and then.
I mean, you walk away.
Yeah.
True. You know, I'm gonna use my own intuition of my memory and like think real hard, like try to look through this person's memories and see if I can like figure out where I'm supposed to go.
Like
Can
an
I do
idea
that?
roll?
Like an idea or
Give me a power roll. It's gonna be a
power.
I was thinking with
Yeah, I'm like literally thinking like trying to sort through the memories. 1.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get a few different memories that sort of pop up that are clear to you. You get it seems like a it almost looks like a boat ride of some sort. And then you remember this vision of this person walking down this tunnel
Tunnel of the
or something.
the map.
And
He is a map.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, he used
You
to
know
work
the
there.
park.
Yeah.
Indeed. He's not the killer, is he?
Yeah.
It would be news
So
to me.
yeah.
It would be news to me.
Robert's all here.
Yeah, he did bring her up. Yeah, he did. Actually. No, but I say, is there a tunnel here?
Am I aware of a tunnel or a ride involving boats and tunnels?
Yeah, there's actually at the back of the park. There is a tunnel of love. In fact, you remember, something. There's, it actually, as this happens, you get a chime in your pocket, and you can take it out, and it says Sarah on it, and you don't remember putting that in your phone. And in fact, it's odd that it mentioned of the Tunnel of Love, because this was a person that you worked with maybe 15, 19 years ago, and they had died tragically in the park of some type of accident. You had thought you remember recalling, but
And it's what? Is it like a text? Is it just...
It's a text.
Oh yeah,
You open
click.
it,
Yeah.
it says, "Hey."
What up?
So before you're even done texting, like as you about to say head, Sanders said, you can see it says, "So you've come back."
Yeah.
You message back, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't see it.
Text exchange.
Emoji, raised eyebrow emoji.
Yeah, I need to give you a sanity roll.
We didn't see or hear this. He's over here having a
Yeah,
conversation.
you hear. All you know is like your stuff died. You hear.
that face isn't good.
Yeah, no, that's a 96 fail.
Okay. Yeah, you lose a point of sanity. Well, no, that's not just one.
Yeah,
you lose,
it's a 90. Yeah, it's a.
you lose 2 points of sanity.
All right.
As you're just like, what?
Come back. Everything all right over there? And then. So
I'm doing that thing when people are texting when they're like zoomed in on it. Like people are saying shit. I'm like, that's really fucking weird. How do you do it? I thought you were dead.
Who is it? You should ask, who is this using this phone?
Might not be the same thing.
Yeah,
It might be a different person.
Different number, different name.
But glad
You're like
that-
already assuming it's a dead person. Like,
All right, yeah.
That's how she died.
Total character change. I'm from Manitoba, Canada.
Okay.
This explains my voice more. Yeah. So. Yeah. Who this?
It's me. Don't you know? Sarah.
Yeah. Didn't you like Sarah from the Piggly Wiggly, or Sarah from like Last Cave Fest, or Sarah from Yellowstone?
from Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons, yeah.
It's Sarah. It's Sarah.
Tim?
Sarah Marshall. Have you forgotten?
Oh shit. I was forgetting Sarah Marshall. Yeah.
I thought what we had was special.
Oh shit. I don't write. Oh shit. Hey, yeah. Well, the time we had together was definitely special. Hey, so question, right? Didn't you pass away? Am I talking to a ghost?
I've never left the park.
Okay,
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
All right, shit's getting real.
Somebody pranking me?
Yeah, am I punked right now? Is this actually Ashton Kutcher?
Never respond.
I don't know.
Are you a dolphin?
If you don't respond in the next 5 seconds, I'm assuming this is punked, and this is MTV trying to make a comeback.
No, just call her a liar.
Never respond.
Okay.
If you look at your phone and there's no signal in the park.
Never had signal in this
Hey, do me a favor. Shoot me a text.
shoot him a text like.
It doesn't go through.
Okay.
Yeah, no
So
signal.
this is fucking creepy.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
creepy. Yeah, no. So apparently this is Hey, how can I find you if you're still in the park?
Yeah. Let's meet up.
Don't you know we're supposed to meet up for drinks later, like we always do.
Do I recall like where we normally get drinks? Way back when?
Well, you remember?
Just tell
Yeah,
me.
the more that you think about it, it's almost like you put it out of your memory, and you always feel it now come rushing back to you. You remember that there was, there's an escape tunnel that led from one side of the park to the other, and there was, it had led from the tunnel of love all the way to the front of the park and different spots, and where you guys had remember that you guys had went down there on break and had meeten up for some drinks and.
In the tunnel?
In the tunnel, right?
Well, they were
yeah.
Like more than
they're underage and leave it to your imagination.
Get your kids.
That was some
But yeah, you remember drinking a little bit, like get a little intoxicated. You both were, and you had slunk off down got outside to go take a pee, and when you came back, well, something wasn't right. It was. You almost saw like there's flashes of light almost, and she was sitting still in the corner next to this rail mechanism for the power of love, for the tunnel of love, and but you just panicked. You just left. You didn't call anyone. You just
What?
Yeah, you were overcome by. Whatever this was, you were intoxicated. You remember just like she was like, oh no, this no, I can't be right. And it wasn't until later that people had found her and that she was dead.
Weirdly enough, this is just a side note.
They had put it that she had somehow stepped on an exposed electrical and cut it down to faulty maintenance, and it was another stick. Another straw in the haystack that was eventually came down at this place.
Okay. So I'll text her back. So you're down in the maintenance tunnels?
There's no response.
Put that away. Yeah, so I just got a text from a dead ex-girlfriend. She says she's here in the park where she died, and it's down in the maintenance tunnels. It can give us like the straight shot. By the way, just as a side note, guys, it will take.
It's a trap?
Better watch his electric.
I don't know. Maybe
Weren't we gonna go to the tunnel of love anyways because he had a vision?
It'll take us a straight shot. I mean, we can.
So yeah, I'm with that. Like, I know that I want to go check out the tunnel. I don't want to go alone. Things are already on
No,
and
we should
stuff.
all go together. I want to follow your getting to figure
My
out
vision,
this
yeah.
lady.
Yeah, I had a
because
little vision.
I probably got some guy in me.
So this person in my
And the
head
guy in you is not
is definitely not the
talking?
person that he's talking about. Two different people?
You know,
Could be. Okay, so I don't know that. Alright.
You guys are all standing there. You can see the park shore opens up in front of you. You have it sort of goes over. You can see through the fog, the shape of this. You remember as the fun house that's there. Sort of describes where some of these mirrors have been drug out from. But then it sort of tees. There is a part next to the fun house that was a bridge that went over would have been the quickest route to the Tunnel of Love. But then it also splits. It goes left towards where the dodging cars are, like the bumper cars area, or goes to the right and goes around the lakes, and that goes over to where the chair swings are up.
So is it kind of crazy? I want to go see my dead ex-girlfriend.
No.
It's not crazy.
No, it's
I'm just gonna say.
Should we all grab a piece of rebar or something, just in case?
Just like,
Be ready to beat
Yes,
the shit
yes.
out of somebody.
Can I do like some sort of
Please.
occult check on like
Oh wait. This is actually.
tap into maybe this energy with his?
Well, wait.
Well, the phone.
This is also an interesting connection. This Liz character, dark, locked away, access tunnels, dark,
Yeah.
obscure.
Let's
Not
go.
a lot of people know about it.
Can I do check my intuition on that?
do you
Like,
have any lights?
That's
to,
your mind.
to tap
your
into
mind.
this
I know, but
lady
it's
that,
not like.
Oh, it was the Sarah character.
yeah, your Sarah girl. See if that's
You
kind
have
of
to
like.
construct
Like so,
I
my
feel like that they.
plan
If
that
he's
fails.
saying that they might be connected.
Yeah.
They might be connected
Fred.
in
Every
a similar
time.
spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you do
If
that?
Fred's not in the picture, it's just like.
So I would meditate on and listen to my intuition guidance, my occult magical.
Give me a hard cold.
He's like, you're gonna go
On
for
the
it.
phone?
pulls out some
Yeah.
sage. Just
Hey, sometimes sometimes you call, things answer, you get messages. Sometimes you call, nothing answers, and that's how it is. 41, not a hard no.
Okay. Hey, you feel weird energy from this phone, but you can't really draw anything else other than
Well, I know it's weird, that's for sure.
How far is the tunnel?
It's in the far back of the park. You don't even see it now.
Should we drive back?
Like a mile?
I don't know.
Can we drive back?
You have to go leave the gates of the park and go get the car, and we just certainly can try.
How big is the park? How big?
30 acres.
30 acres is pretty big. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
that's
5 or 10
definitely
minutes
big.
run
Run into a
across.
whole
The other
bunch
thing
of
is,
shitty
if we go back that way, we pass the administration building and go right down into the tunnels. We
Yeah.
just have a straight uninterrupted.
Let's do that.
Walk a
Let's go
bumper
that
out,
way.
walk underground.
Let's go underground.
I want to crank the spooky
The
knob.
spook?
Yeah, to like
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. You
Okay.
guys turn around and start to head back. You guys go back to where, like I said, there was the initial FUNLAND park, there's the outbuildings, then the coaster that you guys walked over with the turnstiles and you guys now.
Mhm.
You guys get to where the coaster is, and there's seemingly no exit. It's as if the coaster itself just continued around there, and it's just this close-knit lattice work of the structure of the coaster.
And I start screaming, "Don't look at me! Don't look at me! Don't look at me!"
Shit.
So there's no end, or to get on the coaster? You're saying like there's no entrance or exit to it?
As he says this, you remember it said, well, it's the entrance for that initially was sort of around the park near where the chain swings were to get on and off the coaster.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe about.
So where we are now, no, but there is a way on and off it.
Mm-hmm. At least what he remembers.
Oh.
Yeah, this should
But as you
definitely.
did, you look up and it's at about a 30-foot ceiling. It starts to get very cloudy and misty, and you can't see the tops of the roller coaster structure.
Is it too misty for us to be able to see past the coaster to say a fence line?
It looks. You have to go up to the coaster. It looks like it's just like that. Those bars, and yeah, as you get closer, it's odd because you know there after you quit after that incident.
Oh yeah.
There was like a year or so, before it completely closed down that, they could have done some renovations and updated part of the park, but why they would do that in the downswing of everything that had happened, and you look, it's so tightly knit, like woven, and there's this darkness almost peering beyond, and you get this overwhelming sense that you're being watched by, it almost looks like hints of eyes watching you through the mist and the dark. I need you to give me a sanity roll, please.
Oh, Uno.
Wow.
You don't
We
see
all
a sanity
rolled
loss.
one,
As you look closer, you sort of push it in the back of your mind, and it looks like you could maybe try to fight your way through it, but it's definitely not like big gapping structures. It definitely is going to take some work as you grab a hold, and as you just put your hand up against it, the struts that you initially knew were wood feel
It ain't right.
waxy
It ain't right.
and like almost plasticky. There's a word in the back of your mind that feels like you just almost have your finger on, but you can't really. They're almost warm to the touch.
It ain't right, man.
And that, as you think that, the word that you've been trying to push out is bone.
Ooh.
Ain't right.
Hey, yeah, so in the most traditional of senses, I think we're boned guys. Fuck. Okay. So I guess we go above ground? I don't think there's getting out of this park. I mean, guys, I think we're in like another dimension or something.
Baz! Please! You can't! Please get me out of here! Baz, take me to back, please!
Okay, so,
Shut up, Liz.
I just want to
Don't need to
Hey,
shit right now.
I'm sorry!
You're gonna get us killed here.
Exhibit A.
So there's no way through the tunnel?
At least from this side.
Not from this side, no.
You guys would have to get over to the Tunnel of Love. And
So we have to walk
The
the other
universe is
side.
calling.
Yeah, we do.
So let's go.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll hurry too, because
okay. You guys get back to that T-junction part, and you're standing there, and you can see the path has there's those options. You see next to that house, you guys initially go to that straight direct path. As you can see, that bridge that would take you across is destroyed and collapsed in. And the water underneath looks almost green-blue with this sort of like almost iridescent green-like color that pulsates every once in a while. Almost like phosphorescent algae. But you can't see the other side of the bridge. It just goes into fog as it breaks away below your feet.
How wide is the river? Or the whatever?
He initially said it was maybe at least 50, 60 feet across, but
I'm
you
not
can't.
swimming in that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go left or we can go right. If we go right, we're going to be skirting around the lake. If we go left, I mean, it's the bumper cars, but I can't remember if it then circles the lake in that direction.
You remember it all sort of comes around.
Okay. Was there anything on the right path aside from just...
I need you guys to both give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone give me a spot hidden roll.
That's a hard success.
Fail. 88 though.
success.
Okay.
Failure.
Those who succeed the success, you can see over near there's like this flickering light that looks like it's coming over that you would know sort of over near where the dodging cars are.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just in this great, very distant. You sort of just see the remnants of it. There's this pulsating yellow light that's over that area. And you just also give me a listen roll.
Regular success. Oh, scratch. Yeah, no, regular success.
Epic fail. 99.
Ooh. Your ears start to bleed wax.
What's that 100, bro? 99?
I think so.
Okay, so you, as it's here, you hear very faintly across the lake coming from the chair swings. You hear like this. It's like a rattling of chains and chinking of like something's just like, and it's just carrying across the lake.
Okay, so options. Spooky shit over there. Spooky shit over there.
Visit the scrapyard later.
Do we want to deal with some sort of a monster that's wrapped up in a bunch of like, you know, chain chairs, or do we want to deal with like monsters that might run us over with bumper cars?
But the launches are with bumper cars?
The bumper buggies are over that way.
Let's just not get on the ride. Let's like try to just get around.
I'm with you on that.
Let's try to get around to the
I would just always tap into my intuition and say, okay, where's the safest path forward? Not that any path is safe, but this one is.
But I mean, you guys do see the yellow light blinky thing over by the
Yeah,
the
now that
buggy
you
cars.
point it out and you look at course, it pulsates and it actually looks like a fire. It looks like like there's something burning.
Let's go that way.
In that building.
I feel the light calls.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go that way.
so you guys make your way over towards the dodging cars. And the closer you guys get, you can see in this wreckage of the cars that's there. Yeah, it looks like you guys are maybe 100 feet away, and you can see there's a fire burning inside one of these dodging cars, pretty profoundly. But in order to check anything else, you guys are gonna have to go inside the building and check it out.
There's a bumper car on fire.
So is there like a fire extinguishers around here?
I'm not putting any fires out.
Well, it looks like something is on fire. There's a fire inside the car.
Okay, yeah, fuck it, why not, right? I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay, go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll.
Sure. Oh shit, meets it, beats it, so regular success.
Okay, as you go in, there's you go over and you can see that looks like someone has deliberately started a fire in this car, and as this happens, that's there. I need you to give me a listen roll.
This is not a dumpster fire.
Success.
Okay, yeah, you hear something snap and crunch to your right.
I look.
As you look over, just in time, as you see this large, hulking figure that looks like had been waiting inside the shadows, comes out, and you can see running towards you is a man with a completely bald-shaved head that wears a cut-off bomber jacket, and he is holding this metal rod, and he is just screaming at the top of his lungs as he is racing right towards you. You have the ability to dodge or fight back as he runs up and tries to hit you with this
dodge
pole.
Those are really cool.
I'm definitely gonna diggity dodge.
I got an extreme success.
Fuck, I only got a regular success.
Okay. Do you want to push the roll?
Yeah, dude. Chop. Oh, that was a good call. That's an extreme success.
Okay. What is your fight brawl skill?
25.
Okay, his fight brawl is 50. So as you go up, you catch it. As you see this coming, as you guys watch inside, this hulking, balding figure reaches over and just jabs. What's your character's name?
Peter.
Peter just rams him in the throat with this rod. And you can see this gush of blood as the rod goes through the center of his hand and into the center of his throat as this gush of blood comes out.
Yeah.
As this man then stands on the top of Peter and he starts just jabbing him in the chest repeatedly with this pole as he screams and screams. Yeah, you guys are screaming. As this is happening, you start screaming, but then your scream stops as you can hear this voice says, "Baz, stop! Stop! Leave him alone, Baz! Baz, he didn't mean it! Baz, leave him alone! Baz, stop!" What are the rest of you guys doing? As he turns to you all and says, "What the fuck did you say?"
Oh god.
Do we have any? You have your wooden stick.
Hey, diver, first aid.
You have a pole.
I do have first aid. I don't know about that. Can I like fast talk him and be like, listen,
Fast
we
talking.
have Liz. Like Liz is here. We don't know how, but she's here. She wants to see you. Like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna
You
run
just
over
killed
and-
our friend.
Hit him in the head with a pole.
Okay, go ahead, give me that melee with
A life for a life.
with advantage,
Yeah.
with a bonus,
God,
and go ahead and give me that fast talk.
So what exactly do I roll? 2 die? Or what is it actually?
Yeah, so you're gonna roll your tens place twice and take the better of the two.
Alien voice for you.
It was extreme success.
Extreme. Yeah, you can see as you're trying to persuade him, you can sort of see he takes a stumble back and he sits down hard and this like childish look comes over his face. He says,
18.
Liz, is that you?
And now Liz is gonna beat the shit out of me.
Liz, where are you? Yeah, as you go over and you clap him on the back of the head with a fucking pole. Go ahead and roll a d6 damage.
Oh no.
5.
But yeah, you just bludgeon the shit out of him. That is enough. He has to give a con save.
So, is Peter dead?
As you say this, like you can see, you clap on the back of the head, and he just sort of like lolls and sits there, and you can see his head is just bleeding as he just like looks down at his hands and looks over. He says, "Liz, what? Who are you? What you doing with Liz? Liz?" As you can see him over there, as you start like look over the dead, you can see this. And as you see it though, it's almost his eyes with this flash, and he reaches out towards you all as he's gurgling these spouts of blood coming out of his throat and his chest.
I'm looking behind us.
Nobody brought, like, I don't know, a tracheotomy kit. Quick
I
thought.
have first aid. I can try.
Okay, yeah,
That's
you go
all
over
you,
and whip out some stuff, try to staunch the bleeding. Probably a tourniquet is not what you want, but
just ahead.
yeah, go ahead and give me a first aid roll.
I have like a 50.
Pass. Yeah, as you're there staunching, you can feel like where part of his trachea is just ruined. But as you staunch, like the flow, you can feel almost like putting a bone back in place. You feel like this.
Oh God.
And you can feel part of your throat like start to reform as you like. And he starts to talk, and it's like this halfway between, like Satan and Daffy Duck. As you sort of look down, and you can see in his where his throat is, in his hole, these like little threads start stitching him back together.
Okay, I'm like taking a step back at this point. I'm like, what the hell?
That's where we'll leave it.